I have mixed emotions. I'm sad for him, but he still will be the president. And I look forward to continuing to work with him. Look, Joe Biden has always done what he thought's best for our country, so I respect his decision. I thank him because he's been a great president and he continues to be a great president. He's gonna finish out his term. It's not going anywhere. And he's done so much to bring us back from COVID, to invest in our infrastructure, to lower the cost of health care, to fight climate change, and to stand up for women's reproductive freedom. So I'm a Joe Biden fan, and I look forward to working with him.
What about his endorsement, already throwing his support behind Vice President Harris? Do you think that's the right call for the party?
Well, I'm very excited about that. After all, she has been an attorney general of California. She's been a senator and now the vice president for 3 years, more than 3 years. So she is ready to go. She's talented, she's smart, she's brave. And look, elections are about a choice. She's a prosecutor. The other guy is a convicted felon. And I think that says a lot.
There is not a lot of time left, though, to run this race. I wonder if you think that he should have done this sooner, talking about President Biden, because the pressure has been mounting on him these past couple of weeks. If he was going to do this, the time to do it would have been weeks ago.
Well, we haven't even had our convention yet. And really, most Americans, most voters don't really start to pay attention to a campaign till after Labor Day. So, no, I don't think.
Congresswoman, everybody is paying attention to this race. You know that. Everybody. We're
No,
not waiting
listen.
until after Labor Day.
Well, you can have your opinion. I will say this: the vote is not till November, the first Tuesday in November of this year. There is plenty of time. People know Donald Trump is obviously, and his policies are one that I think most Americans reject. So Kamala Harris will. A lot of people will have to get to know her, but she is a vice president, and I can tell you personally that she is smart. She has compassion. She stands up for freedom, and she's going to be a great candidate, and she'll be a great president.
Who do you think she ought to tap as her VP?
Well, we have a lot of talented leaders in this country, and I'm going to leave that to her. I don't have a choice. I think there are quite a few that could fill the bill.
What about leaving this open, going to the convention and letting the party decide at the convention? What about if President Biden said, you know what, I'm just going to let this process unfold when we go to Chicago? What would that be like?
Well, listen. I do think we have to follow the rules of the Democratic Party. So it's not like she cannot be anointed. She can be endorsed and supported. I
Yes.
support her, and so she will have to go through the nominating process like any other person. And if somebody wants to challenge her, that will be their right under our rules. So I don't expect that's going to be an issue. She's going to have to follow the rules of the convention. So there will be a nominating process for sure.
What if Gavin Newsom says, I want to try this, and he comes out in the convention or before the convention? They're both from California. And what if it's her versus Gavin head to head at the convention?
I think that's a hypothetical that's not going to happen. So I'm not even going to comment on it, really.
What do you think his deciding factor was? I know he's been weighing this for the past couple of days. Do you think that there was something that pushed him over the edge?
Well, I have no insider information on what went through his head, but I do. Look, I know about Joe Biden. He's a patriot and he is decent and he's done so much for our country. And I'm just going to say he decided that it was in the best interest of our country, whatever the reason is, that he finish out his term, that he give full 100% to doing that, and hand the mantle over to really a shining star, somebody who will bring great vigor and excitement and competence to this race, and obviously a very clear choice versus Donald Trump.
I guess my last question is what would your message be for the country right now, Congresswoman? we're going into an uncertain time. Today was a wild day. It's been a wild week, and things are only going to get more interesting. So what would your message be to the state of Florida and the nation at large?
Well, here's what's not uncertain, and that is Donald Trump, and certainly with his vice president pick, has an extreme agenda. It's going to favor the largest corporations. It's going to continue to interfere with women's reproductive freedom, and going to still push the most extreme policies, taking us out of our place in the world. And so that doesn't change. And Kamala Harris will be a fighter. She's got integrity. She's got decency like Joe Biden. And I'm excited to support her.